But we actually want to go to the end game. So, we're gonna go ahead. Also, it is the Kingdom of the Awkward Flag. Also, note the vast majority of the NPCs are actually missing here. There's only a certain few that they actually fit up here. I guess that they didn't have the awkwardness of people, like, standing on top of tables while doing this. Also, I really don't know what they mean when they say, like, they're getting more powerful or something. That doesn't actually change how they act at all. Except for Lulu. Actually, this might be all of the named NPCs that you can bring back. But I feel like there's definitely at least a couple of people missing here. I can't put my finger on who they are. That doesn't look good. Also, it's not so much who turned out the lights as who turned them on, Hermit, because it got brighter when this happened. Oh, hello! Malroth finally showed up. And he doesn't look so good. Malroth? You alright there, buddy? I don't think he's alright. Okay, I definitely don't think he's alright. So this is why Malroth is here. When the Scions of Erdrick killed Malroth, the God of Destruction, who is actually the final boss in Dragon Quest II, Hargon apparently offered up his soul, whatever that means, to bring Malroth here. He didn't really offer... he didn't really offer the soul, he didn't really give it because he is here. As he just said, but Malroth was apparently reborn into this world as this innocent elf man, which unfortunately kinda backfired for him and all of us, not so much for Hargon. But that's why Malroth didn't know anything, because he was an elder god that got turned into a hot hunky elf man. Who was actually very, very sweet and caring, which kind of proves a lot about nurture versus nature, in this case at least. I don't think this is Malroth talking. Oh, nope, there we go. So meet Hargon, who was the original big bad in Dragon Quest II. Like, I think you only learned about Malroth himself at the very, very end of 2. I'm not really sure, but Hargon was the one that people actually knew. This is also something that pretty much anybody who played Dragon Quest II to completion could have very easily guessed was gonna happen. The game is not really shy at all about the fact that if you know the story, you can guess what's going on. It even tells you at the start that Malroth was the god of destruction, and then you meet this kid named Malroth. You know what, Oreo? I actually don't know. I don't think we ever find out. I think it's his actual ears because of the pseudo-bat symbol that the Children of Hargon use that you can see on his robes right there. Yeah, we figured out the illusion part last time. Try to keep up, Hargon. He is currently face down eating pavement. Also, guys! Don't just stand there! Do something! Builder, do something! Your best friend is being kidnapped! Now this I don't truly believe, considering how even those like Anessa were completely against him from the start. I'm pretty sure this illusion grew way out of his control, especially considering how we saw the illusion ones in Middenhall Castle, and they were nowhere near as alive as everyone else we knew. No, really, guys, do something! If I was the builder, I would have run to Malroth's side the moment he passed out. Yes, cold blood. That is what you call murdering people who are trying to wipe out humans and take over the world. Don't make fun of the hairy hermit like that. He can't help it if he's incompetent. Nobody ever said villains weren't hypocrites. Also, we're the only person not cowering. You mock my designs, yet you look like that. You actually went out of the house dressed like that today. You willingly opened the door and stepped outside. So yeah, apparently the Hairy Hermit was the original builder, which is really confusing because why would Hargon imagine an ancient builder if he's using something to try to trick the three scions of Erdrick? I feel like he didn't really create this place so much as co-opt it. Co-opt? I think that's the word. Oi! Give me back Malroth! Put my husband down! Hargon, are you not wearing pants under that bib? Yeah! Almighty Malroth, he's just floating there like a sack of potatoes. Oh great, we all got a face full of hard-on crotch when he went up there. Malroth is probably happy he's unconscious. Because at least he was spared that. Mario 64 stretch face experiment. You are so mean, Oreo. To be fair, I would be too. Especially since he just kidnapped Malroth. Thank you, Digby! At least somebody has their priorities straight here. Also, I unironically love the insult Rotter, and I don't know why. Lulu, that sounds like you're talking about something drastically different than what happened. Though, considering he apparently had control of Malroth's body, maybe not so much. Kidnapping monster flashers. Yeah, it might be better to not think about that. So we picked up a builder's soul, which I didn't mean to put in my bag, but it doesn't really matter. Apparently we have the soul of the Hairy Hermit just kinda in our pocket now. Oh! How long has that been there? I kinda wonder what happens if you put like a piece of furniture where that vortex is supposed to be. I do feel really bad about him, but to be fair, he did chase away everyone else, though that was mostly out of fear that he would actually hurt them. I wish the game would have let us actually go track him down and talk to him, but we couldn't. I mean, he did. He just didn't do it. Like, I get what Lulu was trying to say, but he did have people to rely on. He just didn't actually come to talk to us about it. And wouldn't talk to us about it, in fact. Of course I will! He's the one person I love on this island! Okay, that's not true. I love Babs, and I love Digby and Doogie, and I love Esther. But, like, Malroth is Malroth. You just can't compete with that. Yeah, you're too scared to come with, I know. Nobody ever comes to help me, I'm all on my own. Well, actually, to be fair, I think it's, in this case, it's because they have no idea what that portal will actually do. They'll probably say it here in a second, but I'm pretty sure there's the implication that You could very well be torn asunder by the portal, so... Aw, Perry is cute. Even though I was kind of making fun of them, I actually do like this, where all of them fully confirm that they really love Malroth as well, and they're worried about him. Because they are, it's true. Malroth has done so much for everyone, and bonded so much with everyone, except for the Moonbrookian peoples, but they're just kind of assholes nobody likes anyway. But Malroth's more loved than he thinks he is. Actually, your biceps? Bat-eared Burke. I love that insult as well. Also, Digby and Doogie flexing in the background there. Not really. I mean, to be fair, you didn't help at all, but you didn't actively really... Well, no, I guess she did put in a lot of distrust because she was constantly talking about how Malroth scared everyone when we saw everyone was perfectly happy with him, but... I guess, so yeah, I guess you're right. It is somewhat your fault. Bad writing drove a wedge between you, exactly. Yeah, that was it. It's the reason no one's coming with you is because they don't feel steady in their own bodies. So going through the portal could very well completely destroy them, and with the exception of a couple people who wouldn't come with us anyway, we really don't want that to happen. By which she means we're only going to be able to take the Builder's Soul. Nothing else is going to go with us. And this is mostly just to give you a last second chance to... A last second chance to, like, forge your armor. But we didn't get the 1,000... gratitude. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for that for that sword. We're gonna dive right in. Also, the reason I didn't eat anything is because your food gets refreshed to the top at the start of every chapter, just to make sure that you're not completely screwed. Also, I didn't know what happens if you put the Builder's Soul in a chest. I'm pretty sure it still comes with you. Really, Lulu? Seriously? You couldn't leave that alone for 5 minutes. You know, that run was a really nice scene and farewell from you, Lulu. Yeah! Lulu's actually part of the real world. Wow, rude. Uh, Creepy. I can move, but I can't open any of the menus. I can't swing my sword. And I can't dash. I only have HP on the UI. Hmm. That would be why I'm playing Malroth right now. I don't know that I would call that hopelessly weak. It does kind of look like he's at the bottom of the sea. This is really creepy looking, I'm not gonna lie. So, monsters. This is a fight where you get to control Malroth to fight monsters. He cannot do anything but walk and swing. He can't sprint like the other can. Also, there's distinct walls, which I always found kind of funny. I think that's supposed to look like a black void, but it doesn't. So I have actually tested, and if you die to the monster encounters, you just get back up and Hargon repeats what he said. It's painfully uninteresting. I am kiting them around to kill them in different spots for a specific reason. You come over here. Because once you kill them all, also, please stop being creepy, Hargon. Oh, I know that's a bit like asking Lulu to be nice, so I'm not gonna get that. Also, Malroth does come equipped with whatever weapon you gave him last. Oh, Hargon got out of his head at least, which means we have no more long unskippable dialogue. That's one down. Also, I really wish the game let you play Malroth more often. This doesn't quite feel like he's as strong as he's supposed to be. Well, I say more often, but at any point besides this. you said you'd get out of our head, Hargon. You're a liar. So some more spawn in. Holy crap! I've never actually tried to charge with Malhalla before. That was a 200 crit hit on that one skeleton. Come here. Fine. I'll go to you. It layered the bodies, which I didn't really want to do, but... Fading away? Oh, Malroth feels that he's losing the grip on his personality, I guess. Or more, maybe it's more himself than his personality is a better way to say it. Harkon has the dorkiest laugh. And this is why I killed them separate. So you can see very clearly who each of the bodies are. And yep, these are all the named NPCs from the 3 chapters. At least the ones you took back to the Isle of Awakening. Also notice that the seas turned bloody red. So no wonder Malroth's kind of losing it. Oh yeah, Malroth's mad now. Made us kill all our friends, so you know what? We're gonna kill you. That seemed way too easy. Why? Oh, Well. Malroth has just completely lost it because he thought he just murdered all his friends in cold blood. Malroth, you poor thing. This gives me chills right here. This too. And there we go. So those are the arms of the original Malroth, the monster god of destruction from 2. And the fact that they kind of manifest separately from him makes me think Malroth is in kind of a larval state right now. Calling out for us. We're coming, Malroth. I promise we're coming. You just gotta hold on a little longer. So, welcome to the final chapter in the game. Malhalla. This is a demonstration of what's going to be happening the entire time we're here. Because Malroth is in a state of slowly regressing into the god of destruction, he's going to be destroying huge segments of the world as we go along. It's the origin of Oblivion. All of the destruction spots are scripted as far as I'm aware. But as you can see, like I said, we have nothing but what we came in wearing and the Builder's Soul. So we are stranded in what is clearly a world for the monsters. And basically completely on our own. We don't have Malhalla, we don't have any of our friends. We gotta try to find him and save him all by ourselves. I said it before, but I will say it again. This is the, bar none, best chapter in the game. Though Crumble Dun is a really good runner-up, I think. Yeah, well, part of the reason there's two major reasons this is less objectionable than Runebrook. Number one, the chapter's actually balanced properly to account for the fact that, you know, you're not a fighter. And number two, the writing is phenomenal. And that's why I remain convinced that somebody else had to write Skelkatraz and Moonbrook, because the people who wrote Moonbrook could not have written this. There's just no way. This is a good start, at least, though. We've made a friend. And possibly a second friend? Also, yeah, you can't use the Windbreaker here because Malroth's Dark's energy disperses it. Though, much like with lava, you can use it to sort of stutter glide. No, but I am gonna launch my boot so far up Hargon's butt he tastes his breakfast again. Does that count? Also, we kind of want to rescue the friend of ours he kidnapped. So here, you might notice that these monsters look a little bit different. Like, the ones with us are the ones that look like the normal monsters we've been fighting, but the enemies now look like really weird shadowy monsters. Armed and dangerous. You really do need to be careful because those things can very easily swat you off the land or just break the land underneath you if you're not actually cautious. Also, this is me looking ahead, like a bit further ahead than I really should be looking. But I want to collect these while I'm right here. As you can probably tell, these are body parts. These are terrible talons, and these are scales, so there's just body parts kinda scattered across the world. And, which you can probably guess from me collecting it, yeah, we're gonna be using those body parts for something. Which isn't creepy at all. Also, notice that sand is red? Yeah, that's blood-soaked sand. That is sanguine sand. We're gonna need these, so I'm taking these as well. So for this guy, you just need to build staircase out. Also, you have wings. Can't you fly out? No, I guess you don't need to build him a staircase. You just need to remind him that he can, in fact, fly. We need to build the staircase anyway for you to get out, so it doesn't really matter. If I grab this... Sanguine cinders and sanguine sand. So it is sand completely soaked through with blood. Whose blood? Oh, that's the question, isn't it? I want that. Oh, I meant to say it earlier, but I forgot. If you do get knocked off into the void, you just respawn back on the area with some health lost. But you kind of want to not get knocked off if you can help it. Also, notice that the bloody sand seems to be scattered all over, kind of like the sand coagulated there after the blood dripped through. Hope you're not eating anything! This flower is not attached to anything. This skeleton is an amazing skeleton. This looks like a little workshop. Yep, Arisplotl. Because, of course. I'm just gonna call him Ari. This little guy is Grimville. And this is Griswold. Also, I love how the builder apparently isn't even flinching at this. They're just so done with everything, they're not even responding to the threats. So part of why this chapter is great, if you haven't gathered yet, yeah, we're recruiting monsters. There's no humans here. We're the only person. So we have to gain the trust of the monsters and get them to help us. I like you, Griswold. So, the shadowy monsters that we're fighting are, like, actual monsters that have basically gone insane from the destruction power in the air. That's why they're trying to kill us, but we can actually reason with the other monsters. Yeah, not to upset you or anything, Ari, but I'm pretty sure this is the salvation Hargon promised. He just didn't exactly tell you guys what kind of salvation he had in mind. That was the important thing you forgot? That you're hungry? That's why I went ahead and grabbed the vines, because that's going to be, mostly what we're going to be eating. And Malroth, we really love you to be choking down this stuff to keep going. The other stuff I picked up for later. Which everything I don't need in my inventory. But this is specifically so that we don't starve to death. Find some oil in here. I will say that for Malhalla, if you haven't been getting the infinite materials, you're really going to want to be conservative with what you actually create. Though these are forges and you can make some ingots and stuff here with those. I'm taking them with me. These are mine now. Take the food. Some definition of food. I don't even know how to say that word. Taliatel? Something like that. It's a pun on some actual food, that's all I know. Tentagliatelli. Tentagliatelli? Something like that. Mouth-watering. Sure, yeah. That's what it is. So it smells awful and it tastes really bitter. You really better be grateful for what we're going through here for you, Malroth. Right? This really just highlights how awful the Moonbrick people were written. The monsters who were our enemies up until this point are way more nice than they are. I gotta talk to Ari. Oh, it sounded like a robot. This is a dead robot. Need to interact with it. I can't smash for materials. Appears the Lumen robot. Sure. It's weird because, yeah, Moonbrook in Dragon Quest II is fine. And I really, really love the name Moonbrook, but it's just so bad in this game. Like, a snowy area with a big old castle named Moonbrook, that'd be my ideal place. But no, they had to go ruin it all. Also, these robots look really worn down and dusty. How long have they been in here? Oh, that's simple enough, I guess. Just need to pick up the straight pipes, that's all you need, because there's only 4 missing. Not there. Not you! There. Now we'll just siphon off the energy into that one killing machine that's still active, and we'll have a farmer on our hands. Or something that promptly tried to take my head off. Also, this robot is named Noah, apparently. You should probably be able to guess what we might be doing soon. If you know anything about how much Dragon Quest loves puns. Maybe the builder was just like really poor as a kid and they got used to eating anything that would fill their stomachs. It would explain why they have a cast iron stomach as well, able to eat things that really should be poisonous. I'm pretty sure we don't have a, horny homicidal shade in our body. That was Malroth. Oh god, I gave myself mental images I really didn't want with that. Ugh. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! It makes you feel any better. I'm suffering it too. Oh, look at that! Noah's prediction came true. So apparently the killing machines got more information than the actual monsters did. That seems pretty typical. So yep, we have a scripted wave already. We've also got 4 pretty decent fighters here. Metal slimes are actually pretty good with magic, and so are, whatever the heck our little imp buddy is. Thank you. Well, it's the thought that counts. For a monster, that's actually quite thoughtful. Now that I've remembered I can actually cast fireballs with my sword, I really should be doing this more often. Because look how much more damage that does. Also, just look at how fast these die in general, actually. Compared to how long it took to kill stuff in Moonbrook, look at just how fast this is going. I get Moonbrook was meant to be difficult, but it was mostly just more of a slog. So they keep knocking it out of the range of my fireball. It helps that all these guys are really, really strong, I will admit. Oh, he mad at me! I can't actually tell what damage I'm dealing. I think it's the 80 damage, roughly. Grimville. I think it's Grimville, yeah, because the skeleton is Griswold. Their names are kind of similar to me somehow, so I kind of mix them up sometimes. So we have a gremlin, a skeleton, a metal slime, and a killing machine. Yes, Griswold, yes we are! Malroth means everything to us. Okay, come on, that pun wasn't even a good one. You had to actively, like, mangle his name to make that work. Goo and Gris are completely different sounds. It's on a hill? While giant arms are destroying the terrain, and you call that safe? Okay, fair. Part of that is because Griswold talks a lot, but Grimville really doesn't. He's just kind of there. Also, Griswold has some more impactful stuff he does than Grimville does. Also, I kind of love how just bluntly dedicated the builder is now after all that crap in Moonbrook. Just, nope, I'm gonna find Malroth even if it kills me. I don't know what that word is supposed to be. I think that's wisest? She's one of the wisest priestesses? That's my best guess to it. Also, Ari is super cute. I like him. Alright. Griswold got caught celebrating! Griswold already likes us, even though he won't admit it. Oh, I hate these things. So these things are basically black holes, and they will pull you from really far away. You have to sprint past them, or they'll yank you in. If they do yank you in, they immediately kill you. Though, in this game, that just sends you back to base, so it's not really a major deal, but it's a pain in the butt. Also, one major problem I have with the fact that you can't bring any outside materials in, the Yggdrasil leaves most of the time turn out to be fairly useless. Because the main thing you would want to use them for would be the in-chapter stuff, but unless you're playing really recklessly without any kind of heals or anything, you really shouldn't be dying. Also, case in point here, I'm completely stuck. I got stuck through the floor. Wait! Did I glitch again? How did I glitch the game again? I've never had that happen. So like I said, if you die, you just warp back to base with a full heal. Before Malhalla, if that happens, you actually hear Malroth yelling you to wake up. And when you, like, actually do come back to life, Malroth is standing over you worriedly, which is really adorable. At least I got to show off what that did, and I got to show off what happened when you died. I probably should have killed myself earlier to show the Malroth version. But, I mean, it's legitimately just that, just someone telling you to open up your eyes and get back up. Griswold? Holy crap! He tried to block Malroth's arm! And he actually kind of succeeded! Okay, that's impressive! That was really impressive, Griswold! Also, why would you do that? Yeah, he was Griswold trying to protect us all. A lot sweeter than he seemed. Yeah, that happened. That was about what I thought when I got to this point as well. Just, well, Griswold is my friend forevermore now. Okay, I'm actually fairly certain the builder probably can't carry Griswold. He's like twice my size. And even if he doesn't have any of the fat and muscle or anything, I'm pretty sure he's heavy. Noah could do it though. Now I'm just imagining the builder like princess carrying Griswold through this entire section. Just bent over, scooped up this giant skeleton, you see this burly woman hauling the thing twice her height across these hills and everything. Like, are you tired, you? She's like, no, I'm okay. Now I really want to see Nyx with Griswold and like a bride carry. How are you going to get across? It's not like you have a builder with you. Oh wait. Come on, guys. Griswold just Oh crap! Griswold! He can't run! Oh no! Griswold! Got him. Yeah, that's a... He just got dumped into the void of nothingness. Oh, Griswold. We are down one skeleton, friend. Somehow gave me all the blocks I had back to make that bridge. That was an oddly angled swipe there, Malroth. So, welcome to our actual base. It's a lot smaller than every other base is, but I don't believe this chapter is actually as long as the other chapters are, so that accounts for it. You also don't need to build anywhere near as many things as you do in other chapters. Oh, so that's what's happening! Malroth's trying to destroy everyone because he's just being yandere right now. Got it. So hang on, before I talk to Helen, there's something up here. I'll look at that in a minute. So god, a yandere Malroth is like the scariest thought, now that I'm actually thinking about it. The 3 cardinal cardinals. I know that's a pun, but I don't know how. The only 2 definitions of cardinal I know is like cardinal direction, which doesn't fit, and cardinal like a religious figure, which does fit, but... Yeah, be glad you're gonna die. That's the kind of religion Hargon pushes. Ah, gotcha. So apparently Hargon was never very honest with any of his followers, nor were any of his actual, like, preachers and priestesses. Also, I really like Ari. There was a thing I saw up there, and it's actually probably hard to tell what the glowing thing is, but you might know it if you look carefully. Can't actually touch it. Not right now, though. Oh god, I never thought I'd see the day where you said puns were rude, Oreo. Okay, is this just me, or does this look kind of like a sci-fi laser drill? Rather than anything of the normal European fantasy that Dragon Quest does. Welcome back, Hawk. So yeah, Malroth went after the table, but something stopped him. For some reason, he held back from destroying this. And why? It's because of what this is. This is an oaken club, which doesn't seem like it's very important at first. But this is Malroth talking. We're thinking back to when we first met him. Yeah, this is the very first weapon we ever made for Malroth. The one that he kept because he thought it was a very dear present to him. And when Malroth aimed to destroy the table, that club stalled his hand. Despite what Hargon's bragging, the Malroth we know is not lost yet. There is still a chance, because our friend is still in there somewhere. We just have to get to him in time. And by the goddess, we're gonna do it. Yeah, so this is why nobody ever recognizes the name Malroth, because none of the rank and file got told of his name. They only know him as the Master of Destruction. It's only Hargon and the really high-ranking ones that know the name Malroth. Which is actually pretty true to life. Also, Ari is apparently, a teen, I guess? We're not causing mischief, it's true. Ari's a sweetie. I like him a lot. Which speech is that? So an interesting little thing is that if you have a slime, any slime monster, and you put a campfire down, they will actually squeeze oil out of themselves for you. Can I hug Ari? I want to hug Ari. I want to hug the little slime and never let him go. I mean, technically they did worship him, I guess. They just didn't know what his name was. Malroth Club. Battle-worn bludgeon made just for Malroth. So this is a new crafting station, and you might notice right there something called Malrothium. We'll get to that. We can make iron blocks, ladders, bonfires, torches, and the notice board for some reason. I don't know why you can make the notice board in every single area you go to. I'm gonna move this down over here. Right here, in fact. So with the torch we can relight the wall scones, though somehow normal fire burns corrupted fire? I guess maybe it's something about the specific oil the torch is soaked in or something. So, this is a nifty little thing they did in Malhalla, which I don't know why they never did it anywhere else. But everywhere that there's light is part of the base, and you can build into it. Also, I feel like this just makes us a bigger target for Malroth. But maybe that club really is just keeping him completely at bay, because he will attack anywhere else with abandon, but he will not touch this spot. That's really my only explanation for why Malroth doesn't slam the brightly lit area, brighter than everywhere else, into ribbons, is just the memory of the Oak Club being here means he's trying to ignore the spot. And now I can make those! Yay. Also, you can see they're labeled as flamboyant. As a reminder, flamboyant in this game is technically all of the, like, Children of Hargon stuff. So I guess it's supposed to mean not necessarily evil, because they're not evil necessarily? Sinister, I think, would have been a better term for it than flamboyant. Noah is amazing. That's the other reason that this chapter is so good. Basically, every character we recruit in this chapter is great. I love them all. Also, I kind of love the fact that the builder is just so desperate to find Malroth, they're not really thinking straight. And rather than just, like, berate you or anything, Noah is just very straightforward, but pretty kindly telling you why that's a bad idea. So yeah, while this chapter is not overly focused around building either, what it is focused around is actually really fun. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff to try to rescue all of the stranded monsters in Malhalla. And in fact, we're going to be doing it in a really awesome kind of way. So we have good writing, we have good characters, we have good mechanics. It's really no wonder that this chapter is so much better than Moonfront's. So, interestingly enough, this is gonna be kind of a hogpatch something of blocks, because we're gonna make iron blocks, but also these citadel walls, which are basically the castle walls that said Targon, as well as spaceship pieces. Yes, we're gonna get spaceship objects in this game. It's kind of great. Helen? Hodgepodge, that's the word I was looking for, yeah. Honestly, let's be fair. For all the jokes I make of it, Dragon Quest was never medieval. Its general theme is medieval, but there's so much technological stuff in every game. Not even just the robots. I'm like 99% sure there is, yeah. I don't remember where it is, but I distinctly remember there being more tech than just the killer robots. I think this is the only point where it's quite as overt as spaceship pieces. But you would have to ask Mav for any super details. Also, I kind of like Grimville just because he's sassing a high-ranking person in his former religion. Oh my god, Noah, I love you so much! I forgot he said this! And Helen's whole thing is that I don't really believe you can, but if you have done that and I'm not helpful, then I could be in way more trouble. So yeah, that is why you find body parts, blood-soaked sand, and a little bit later, literal blood everywhere. Because Malroth is growing and shedding like mad all over Malhalla. So this is why I collected some of that stuff earlier on, because we're gonna need a lot of it. So Ari is always with you when you leave. I think he's the only one that actually regularly comes out with you. I'll look it up later. I mean, it's entirely possible I'm wrong and the robots are the only tech in the games. So those things give you cotton and also citadel pieces. Like, you can find all kinds of pre-made bricks on the enemies in this area, and I don't really know why. My best guess is it's just to give you a backup if you, like, lose or destroy what's already there. I need to come down here because that's not a rock. That's not like a rock arch. That's all scales and molted body. I legit thought that was just a normal arch at first. And it wasn't until Ari pointed out that I realized, no, that's a molting. Malhalla is growing to, like, gargantuan sizes here. Also, here's more of the sand soaked through with blood. They managed to get away with some surprisingly creepy stuff. It was such a low-rated game. Ugh. I like this game, but platforming is harder than it looks to be, especially when you can't be sure exactly where you're gonna go because of the physics of the windbreaker. This is generally an easier option. But I wanted to at least attempt the platforming before I tried that. I'm on the completely wrong pillar, aren't I? Son of a... You actually need to go over here. Also, make sure to always get way more than Helen actually tells you you need to get. Trust me, you'll be happy if you do this. This is a horn! This horn is like 10 times our height! What in the world is Malroth growing into? Yeah, this actually sounds way worse than it actually is, that you can't warp on Malhalla. But it's actually really not much of a problem. In fact, it's so Hello, Malroth! In fact, it's so non-existent of a problem, as I was trying to say before somebody had a little temper tantrum and interrupted me. I keep forgetting that that's even the case. Oh, Malroth! You keep your claws to yourself there, buddy. You know, if he's really molting this much, with this much blood, I don't think that's just the urge of destruction that's making him do all this. I think he's in agonizing pain. He's gotta be. Molting doesn't generally come with rivers of blood. Alright, that should be enough scales. Alright, let's run back up to the base. You're here! It may be kind of weird to some people, but I kind of like the idea of using, like, molted pieces of super magical animals for stuff like dragon scale, molted dragon scales, molted dragon teeth, claws. Yeah, that and the agonizing pain is probably why Malroth's just lashing out at everything. Also, that implies that when Malroth was originally a god of destruction, the monsters still used stuff Malroth molted off of himself for things. I'm not sure what I think about that implication. Also, that makes me think that Malroth had some effect on the builder as well, if they could just immediately know how to build that. That the builder's effect on Malroth was not even remotely one-sided. I guess that's true. There was more the fact that the God of Destruction was molting before this happened that I'm kind of not totally sure about. Also, yes, this is the only way to get materials in this area because they were not kidding when they said this place was completely bereft of them. Oh, we just need bones. And look, there's bones right here. I don't want to use up too many of the talons. Generally, the best option is to make as many of these as you can, because it speeds up the material gathering significantly, which is especially important because you have absolutely no control over what materials these actually become. Though, as you can see, the talons give you a lot. I actually forgot about that, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple more of those. Or not the talons, the horns. I forgot that they gave you that much, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple bones and make a couple more. I don't find one per body part to be necessary because there's a lot of body parts. But 4 or 5 is pretty good. Those out. Put the stuff that I don't need away. Oh yeah. This comes with the fire that you can see Ari squeezed out some more oil for me. So the other reason is that you can only put a certain amount in her altar, and the bigger pieces give you more. Like the full 9 of the talons gave me 144, but scales were only 72. Let's collect. And that got us Malrothium, Earth, and Iron Ingots. And also bones. I actually find this kind of cool because you need Malrothium to create the spaceship pieces. Which means literally the only way you can make a sky/spacefaring vehicle in the world of Dragon Quest is by using the melted down remains of the God of Destruction. And that's kind of still pretty dang fantasy, at least in my opinion. It's also punk as hell. Why is everyone talking about it decapitating us? That's slightly familiar. Yeah, like Helen says, your only option is just to keep making it until you get what you need. But I've never found that to be really problematic. It can be early on, but if you have these working full tilt while you're doing everything else, you're gonna get an excess of everything you need. Also, I kind of love this. They mentioned it earlier on with the monster munchies. But the idea that I'm just a monster magnet that all the monsters absolutely adore for some reason is really cute. Though considering how easy these monsters are to talk to, I feel like most people just didn't try. Which, admittedly, is not entirely their fault. If monsters are going to attack you on sight, then talking isn't really the best option, but still. That's a lot of... This is what I mean, like, I got 80 iron ingots from that. We're probably gonna be pretty good on iron ingots for a while. More Malrothium. A lot more Malrothium. And I picked up something else there. I think I picked up, yeah, strange sand is what goes into the Citadel pieces. Go ahead and let that get back to work. And see what we can do about the actual blueprints for this. I had plenty of iron ingots to make all of that. Need just a couple of those. Just a few of those. Also, I can never really tell what exactly the animation is when you use the Malrothium stuff. It looks like maybe a blowtorch? That's my best guess. Also, Malrothium goes into basically everything in this chapter. At least all the, like, really big things, like the spaceship pieces. There may be some more oil. Did not mean to do that. I'm here. That there and that there. You know, I know you can't build anything, but couldn't you, like, clear up the debris a little bit, guys? That's all the Citadel wall. The spaceship wall goes on top, so we need the iron block first. And this is just one line down. These go on top here. They go all the way to sit flush, so right here. And all of the bottom is iron bricks. That's pretty easy. I mean, I get that Helen's happy that the Master of Destruction apparently smashed it up a little bit. Come on. I was like, hang on a second, why am I not moving forward? Because there was a hole there. But I have an excess of iron blocks, so... all of them. Yep. Spaceship walls, just the 6 over here. Sorry. Put it there. Thank you, builder. Every time I itch my nose, I bump the mic because of where it is. Then... come on. Kind of a pain to place. These are stacked too high. And I have the door. This is, far be it for me to criticize, but this doesn't look much like a shelter. It's kind of small. Helen got stuck on the wall. Oh, there she goes. So I like that implication is apparently that all builders are just very friendly with monsters. Oh, nope, never mind. Yay, look at all this gratitude. Alright, Noah, you got a plan? I would call it Malrothian, but sure. Give that dork all the credit. You're only detecting one flaw? Well, at least it was the most important one. Yeah, like, I like what they're going with the Hargon look, but this is not the right shade of green. I would have made it, like, more of a hunter green sort of look. Well, not necessarily all the building, just the building that would be really tedious and take forever to do, which is actually the best way to do it. I prefer to have the NPCs build the huge blueprint I don't really want to build, or didn't really personally design myself. The people who do want to do that can just not put ingredients in a chest, and then they can do it all themselves. Also, the soul in our pocket is talking to us again. So we'll say that this item actually is the one part of this chapter that I don't like, and that's mostly out of jealousy. Yeah, we can make a builder's bell for this chapter. We will never be able to get another one, and we can't take it with us like you could take other things with you. So you're stuck with that dinky little bell back on the Isle of Awakening. You can never ever get a proper builder's bell for the Isle of Awakening. And it just drives me batty. Where is it? Like, would it really have been that hard to let us just make this from the actual bell we can make and then stone and wood? And just say like, well, this isn't the mythical builder's bell that inspires everyone with power to build, but it still lets you get all the gratitude while having a nice little neat look. I always kind of wonder what would happen if you hacked this into the Isle of Awakening, though. That's okay. We'll just give Oreo a quick rundown when they get back. Yeah, see, Ari's got the right mindset. Gotcha. Also, to be fair, Ari, the worst case scenario is that ringing this does something horrible to the monsters, and we're all going to die anyway if we don't do something, so this seems like a win-win to me. At the very least, there's no real way we can lose. It normally, and then pour in the gratitude. Few monsters awakened to the benefit of building. And we got a bunch of little gremlin recolors and a baboon. Also that cute little yeah! Yep, what did I learn how to make? More spaceship stuff, a pillar, a lot more spaceship stuff. Something I already knew how to make. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. This is the one thing that you learn from Moonbrook, but you relearn it here. I don't know why they didn't just put it here, because you don't use it for anything in Moonbrook. So Ari was one of the ones that woke up to it. So was Noah. I'm almost certain it was actually in Moonbrook. I can check the table when we get back to the Isle of Awakening, considering it has all the Moonbrook recipes. But I mean, even if you didn't learn it in Moonbrook, it was still on the Isle before here. Why didn't they just make it unlocked here? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Looks like the ones that are less open to the idea will take some more time. You heard a scary sound and you ran towards it. I do like that argument. Look, you don't gotta actually like each other, but do you want to die or do you want to live? No, not really, but we're gonna come up with an idea. So Noah's really trying to help us, and that makes me happy. You're a good guy, Noah. Now I got a bunch more monsters just kind of hanging out. Well, Helen seemed pretty happy to die, Ari, so maybe that's why? least Grimville's honest about it. Yay, success! Welcome back, Oreo! We're making spaceship parts. No, I'm not actually joking. So now we're trying to figure out how we can fit more monsters into this shelter so that less die during Doomsday. Yes, that. So part of the reason why Malhalla is shorter than the other chapters is because there's no real parts. This is also why I said that we're not going to be building too many requests, because the main focus here in Malhalla is getting this up. Yeah, it's an ark. We have a robot named Noah, and we're gonna build an ark to save all the monsters from dying in Malhalla. They like the symbolism in this chapter. But most of the focus is gonna be on rescuing monsters and actually getting this ark built. So rather than drag it out longer than it needed to, Brooke, we're just gonna straight do it, which is really great, actually. It's one of the reasons why the chapter's so good. Also, yeah, as you might have noticed, it was just an arc undercarriage. We're already building the 3-part major structure here. I think another reason I really like the fact that they embrace it being shorter and doing this is it makes it feel a lot more constrictive. Like, you really feel like you don't have much time to do all this. Yeah, see, there's only one mission, and it's to build the ark. Also, look, you can see we have Ari on the picture with us. And Grimville is way in the back, as is Helen. I think that's Noah behind our pigtail, and then you have all the other monsters in shadow. Yeah, I fully agree. Are you blaming him for this? So, more black holes are appearing. Because Malhalla is literally breaking apart at the seams, much like this game. At least during my streams. Yeah! Also, I believe if you go down there, you will actually see all that destruction is in fact there. One thing that I didn't point out before, because I keep forgetting it, because you focus on everything else, there's not a day-night cycle here. And in fact, I don't think there's even any beds you can sleep in here, so you really feel pressured. Oh, looks like saying the black holes suck off like a hunk of the world. Motivated the monsters. I love this. That is such an interesting way to look at the tenants, and it's great. Whoops! What is the true destruction but destroying the tenets that you would normally adhere to? I do love that he calls you the only true believer among them as well. Noah's just fantastic in every aspect. Helen keeps getting stuck on terrain. Okay, so we need all of this, but right now we need this first. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up this. We'll stick them both in their proper places, assuming Helen stops standing on it. But you have to move it one forward. Even though I liked it better when it's set flush with the wall. Tony the Tiger has been replaced by Arasplottle, the metal slime. Yeah, kinda noticed that, Helen. You're a little bit late. Yeah, actually, and he was a total jerk. Somehow Helen knows that. Interesting. Either she's very perceptive or the Cardinals get told a lot more than everyone else does. Also, Helen's officially more charming than every single person in Moonbrook. Okay, we will leave Moonbrook alone now, I promise. But it's really hard not to draw comparisons, considering you go from absolute awfulness to absolute fantasticness. Also, something about calling it discarded bits makes me uncomfortable. Two maces in each hand would be kinda amazing, though, not gonna lie. So all these will be useful eventually, so I'm just tossing them all in right now. Come down here. Alright, I'll come up there. Considering I grabbed a bunch of stuff, not really. I'm kind of flush with materials right now. To be fair, while I do think the builder's sort of affinity for monsters plays a part, the fact that none of you want to die, I think, is more important to keep in mind. The Ark is definitely one of the blueprints you want to leave the monsters to build, though. Because the Ark requires some tunneling underneath the floor you're on, and if you try to do it yourself, you're more likely to fall into the void. It's better just to let them handle it. Sandwich. Still love that phrase, Bob's your uncle. I don't know why, I just do. And yeah, we mostly just need to wait for them to finish the blueprint. There's not really anything we can do quite right now. They are bustling around breaking stuff so that they can put things in their proper places, though. Also, look how far out this blueprint stretches. To give you an idea of just how gigantic this Ark is gonna be. This Ark is the sole thing that made me super sad we couldn't actually place down plot blueprints. I'll go ahead and take these out of your way, boys. Because, oh my lord, imagine being able to make this on the Isle of Awakening again. Is this in the way at all? No. I just wanted to make sure before I started it working. Okay, they are going to be doing that. So I'm going to go out and see what I can do about getting some more materials. I really like the music here for Malhalla, just kind of the quiet, mournful tone. They said these tentacles squirm, and they in fact do. That's kind of unnerving. Like, you would expect a place like this to have a super creepy, intimidating sort of soundtrack. But it just sounds so sad. Put them in our mouth. I really like just the fact the soundtrack sounds so sad. Because I feel like it reflects what you're feeling at the time. Because you know Malroth is in trouble, you know he's really hurting, and you know you need to get to him quickly. Yeah, that flower has the weirdest hitbox. Only the tendrils have a hitbox. Also, look at how easy fighting is here. I just one-shot all the crows with a spin attack. Yeah, it really fits with the builder's feeling, being worried about Malroth, trying to find him. I'd really find this to be the best time to do your material gathering, is when you have to wait for them to construct more of the arc. Oh yeah, I should be doing this, not stabbing them. Banky meat! Lovely. Let's eat these tentacles that Grimble slobbered all over. Oh, hello, Malroth! Yeah, it really is going up high. Going up fast. Okay, now I know I saw... Oh, already found a fight. Down here. See, I know I saw more of Malroth's little bits. If they were those bits, we would have having a very different encounter, I assure you. I've never actually found that spot either. Also, you can see there are some monsters around here. There were a bunch of slimes across the way where I was firing at the werewolf, and there was that baboon right there. But we can't do anything with him yet. They ain't interested. Would have liked to have gotten some more materials, but these will have to do. They are slowly proceeding with it. Fortunately, we only have, like, 10 monsters. If that, so it is very slow work. Yeah! I don't want to touch any of that until I absolutely positively have to. Oh, that's probably... Am I... Oops. Oh, thank you, Noah, I know. Yeah, I should have realized it. It's because I didn't leave them with enough materials to actually do what they're trying to do. That's why it's been slow going. That somehow just completely slipped my mind. let's actually put these in so that they can get back to work. Sorry, guys! I feel like they were so confused, like, Nix? We told you we can't make this stuff! So, why aren't you making it for us? I had just enough Malrothium. Yeah, I'm really low on it now. But I made everything I needed to make. Yeah, this is going much faster. Well, not everything, but a lot of it. Sorry for leaving you high and dry there, guys. I didn't mean to. So I just noticed the locker makes a little, like, laser open sound when you open it. Okay, there. Oh, excuse me. Close to what they need. I should be getting a lot more Malrothium doing this. 57. 73. Could have done with some more, but I'll take it. Stand over here because I'll be in their way if I go too close. I already kind of like how this is coming together, though. Kind of fun watching the NPCs build somehow. What's in here that grab to help out? Not that, that probably goes too low. Grab some of this and I can grab some of these. So I'll need to wall in these areas. Don't go there. It's kind of a complicated blueprint. Here we go. That's where those went. Here. This whole thing needs to be ringed in them. You drew the blueprint, don't you know how it's supposed to go? Nyx just kind of sheepishly looks down and mumbles. Yeah, one here. In here. Clear out these bricks right here. Really, those don't need to be in our nice Chinese spaceship arc. Ah! I was gonna move that, but okay. Sure. Only 5 ramps, and they're at the very end. A little too far away. The right where I'm standing, above. There. Go ahead and put that away. Put that away. I've helped with the arc! Most of the other stuff is kind of fiddlier down below, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them finish it out. I find it funny we have a spaceship built around a chapel. Okay. We needed, yeah, a little bit more of these. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. That should be all that they have left. Well, some of them are clearly doing something. Helen, why are you walking on the... Why are you walking on the wall, Helen? Why was that gremlin trying to push you off? Okay, you guys actually have everything you need, right? Yeah. And they just kind of uselessly hammer. That usually seems to mean that they're missing an ingredient. Or material, rather. But they have everything, so... There we go. So here's the bottom of the arc. Still not the same without a high five. You can already tell this is gonna come out pretty awesome, I hope. Oh, I gotta clean that one room out. No high five. When we get Malroth back, I'm just gonna hug him until he bursts. Which would probably be forever, because I'm fairly certain I couldn't even ruffle Malroth's hair, much less actually hurt him. See, the monkey knows what we're doing. Well, the first part of the arc is complete. Except for that one room that's full of mountain I still need to break down. I didn't think you'd believe me, Grimville. What monster would? You know what? Sure, you do you, buddy. Now we gotta rescue some more monsters. Which is a pretty good idea, because the more time we wait, the more likely they're gonna be, you know, dying. Yeah, I think that's the point, despite calling it fun. And here is our first scripted fight, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my materials and get this out of the way. Also, it's not the same having Malroth be the one to tell us about the enemy waves either. There we go. Nice and clean. Alright, now let's get this on. Yep. Also, the other thing I like that I just realized, nobody forgets the thing that matters to you here. Like, of course they need your help with other things, and of course you have to focus on other things, but nobody actually forgets the whole reason that you came here in the first place. I really wish I had remembered about this fireball earlier. This is just doing so much better. It's kind of sad that NPCs won't use this to its full potential, since they can't cast the fireball with it. I don't know why the game sometimes just cancels the charge. I am angled the wrong way. Also, you saw how effective the monsters were there? That's also part of what makes this fun. The fights in this chapter are actually enjoyable. Still no high five. That was something very important that was shining there on the ground. I have to talk to everybody before I go pick it up. Yeah, instead of getting equipment, certain bosses will drop equipment. And much like the you can't actually teleport in the world, that sounds way worse than it actually is in practice. In practice, it's perfectly fine. But as admittedly as you can see, the stuff that I brought in from the chapter is perfectly viable. But I think it's especially because of what exactly the equipment pieces you get are that also makes it more acceptable. Noah? Noah, uh-oh. Noah? Okay, buddy, come on. Get back up. I know you're old, but clearly you haven't fried out yet, right? Please do. Come on, Noah. Oh, we can fix that. I think it's just a joke, like Miriam is an old lady name. There's no Miriam in any Dragon Quest that I'm aware of. Go ahead and make no. I needed to get to the table. Okay, Noah, we got you an air vent. You just need to install it. How hard could that be? It's just a hyper advanced killer robot. Noah? Oh, he's back! Maybe not. Noah? Oh! Yeah, he just does the default greeting, but he's fine. Also, I'm holding the blowtorch in my hand still, I just realized. Great! Noah's A-okay, nothing to worry about. A blowtorch and a hammer and an oversized fit. Much obliged, Noah. Just kind of hold still for a second. It's fine. How bad could this go? This actually makes me think of when you try to repair HK-47 in Knights of the Old Republic and you don't have the repair skill. So in that case, it's more of him screeching, high-pitched and horrified because you're completely messing with his insides. And so here is what is bar none the best blueprint in the entire game. It'll take a while before it becomes clear why, but just trust me, it is. Doesn't look like much right now, but it will. Yeah, this is one of the blueprints that you can reuse in other areas. You can only make it once per area, but once is really all you're gonna need. Also, yeah, this one actually is one you have to do yourself. You can't get the monsters to help you do it. But yeah, we get to drive a car through Malhalla. So here's what the monster dropped. It is the hero's shield. But you might notice that it has a familiar symbol on it. It calls it the hero's shield, but this is very clearly the shield of Erdrick. Like, the person who was, I think, the grandfather to the scions of Erdrick, who were the ones who killed Hargon and Malroth. So, the enemies are holding Erdrick's legendary equipment. That's why I said that I feel that it makes more sense, because of course you need to wrench that back from Hargon. He's not going to just give that to you. Also, I find it weird that they gave you floorboard just for this specific blueprint. I don't know why they didn't just make it more iron bricks or something. Anyways, let's see here. So it's the front two pieces. Or the back two pieces. The two side pieces. Okay, I see. Nope, nope, that does not go there. That goes there. There. I really hate that there's no way to grab a block underneath the one you're looking at. You have to grab either the block that is on level with you, or the block that is directly under your feet. Our board goes here. You have the seats that go there. A pipe. Wait, first one goes here. You're here. Here and here. You're here and here. And there. Now I need the connecting one. There. 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 Now, I just need to connect the bent pipes on the front and the back. Yes, that's so wonderful. Now I'm just missing the bolts. There. It doesn't really look like much, even finished outside of the blueprint either, to be honest. So why couldn't I do this witchcraft normally? So now we've got a car. An actual working car, in fact. If you use this blueprint again somewhere else, once you actually finish the blueprint, it'll just like burst into light and be the actual buggy. You don't have to watch this animation again. What that basically means is that you can just drive kind of through the black holes. If you hit the center, you're still in trouble, but if it like pulls you in, you can still drive away from it. Also, you might notice it said it was a basic blueprint, so it's clearly not finished. But when you make it elsewhere, you will have the full finished version. The name, however, is absolutely terrible, and I kind of want to reach the screen and punch myself for thinking it up. Yes, it's called the Buggy Buggy. And the builder is very proud of that pun. No one has lost respect for us because of it. Okay, I know it's just because I'm starving, but the immediate dip down to looking sad made me think Nick's got upset over Noah losing respect for me. I don't know either, Grimville. But quite frankly, I don't think the Super Silver Print Sprinter was much of a better option. Even Helen doesn't want to say it. Oh, poor Ari. Well, actually, I need to cook something first. Because there's gonna be fights. No, I'm not doing the manky meat because I need that for something. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away while that's cooking. Because I don't need these anymore. I can now move these inside safety of the Ark as well. I should move the campfires inside as well, but I'll do that later. So we'll get these working while I'm gone, and that should mean I have a bunch of materials waiting for me when I come back. So the buggy controls, interestingly, it's not bad, it just kind of takes a bit of getting used to, at least usually for me. ZR is the gas, ZL is the brakes. ZL is also reverse. And it just turns like a car. So you absolutely positively don't have to stop. Just because Ari tells you to. Oh! Come on now, Malroth, that's just bad manners. Also, you can run over monsters, which I find infinitely hilarious. Okay, so Ari actually wants you to go over here because there's a bunch of slimes over here. How do I... There we go. I briefly forgot how to get out of the buggy. Oh, he's actually gonna make me take it for more of a ride before I can talk to the monsters. I always forget about that because the monsters are right there, I can see them. I went to talk to them. I was just jealous he doesn't get to be the first to ride in our new swanky car. You need to be pretty much going full blast to go through the little black holes. I saw two somethings, in fact. If you're at a full stop, you can just bounce and turn around. Yeah, that's pretty great. This is the other reason why it's good. So not only is the buggy fast and very easy to drive around the terrain, but if you happen to lose the buggy, you can warp right to it. It's the one thing you can warp to in this world. Also, I don't know that I would call this spacious. This looks barely big enough to handle 3 people. That's just a bunch of monsters. Yeah! Man, studying the inside of Noah was really helpful for us, wasn't it? Yep, you went in? Apparently they do. Sure, friends. All you gotta do is pull your own weight. That's the bad boon I saw earlier. Also, when you recruit more monster buddies, they all get into the car with you. A couple of the slimes are on the little thing that lets you get up into the car, rather than actually being in the car. I guess for space. Yeah! Technically Ari was young, but what's Grimm's excuse? Also, I really love the fact that not only are you getting to make a bunch of monster friends, but this setting is the best time for all the monsters to rethink their beliefs because, okay, well, this sucks. It's literally right there, Ari. I don't need you to tell me the way back. Get in the car. There you go. Everybody gets a lift. Nobody has to run. And you just... Well, you're supposed to park the buggy right up there, but it just dumped me out of it right here, so... Well, if you hadn't literally shoved me out of the buggy, I would have parked it there, Ari! It did it itself. More malrothanium, which definitely gonna need. Let's go ahead and recruit our new friends quickly so they can help us fight. Also, to be fair, it's really hard to argue with. Either you help us build the Ark to save all our lives, or you don't get to come. Hello, Helen. Now we got 4 slimes and another bad boon to help us build. Okay, let's actually fight this wave off before we do any more questing. Luckily, I don't think anything outside of the scripted waves can break your base. I could be wrong, but I've never actually seen it happen. I mean, Helen's literally right there. She could directly state that, yes, we are friends with Malhalla. Fortunately, we can't actually set them up to build the Ark while we're gone. Which is a little bit frustrating. But we're gonna get so many monsters, it's not really gonna matter. They can build the Ark pretty dang fast when they want to. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a comment or hitting the like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to know when new videos are posted, subscribe and hit the bell. I hope to see you around!